Hello, everybody. Welcome. What time is it? 8:02 p.m. Here in Florida, and I'm going to be hanging out with you guys for about an hour. There is no topic of conversation tonight. I just literally, walked into my room, turned on my computer, and went live. There's no topic. The topic is anything and everything under the sun, or beyond the sun. We can talk about the universe if you want. But welcome, guys. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I'm a little sleepy. So after this stream, I'm probably going to crash hard. Gotta work tomorrow. Busy day. But that's the nature of the beast. Welcome, guys. Let's see, who do we got? Christian, 80s kid from the 90s. What's up, Alex Dunn? Good to see you, man. Hope everything's going well. Unknown Cars fan, Carter, Jedi Master Troy, Captain Hyrule, a Stormtrooper, Google, leave my name alone. Welcome, guys. And, of course, Nightbox. It's 12 degrees right now. Dude, yesterday it was like 55 degrees here. And we were out in the backyard, and we were running around with our daughter, and we were freezing at 55 degrees. I cannot imagine being in 12-degree weather. I am spoiled here in Florida. It gets hot as hell in the summer, and it's miserable, but I will take that over 12 degrees any day. Any day. But yeah. A fried egg. What's up, Raptark? Eating pizza with a fried egg on top? I've never heard of that in my entire life. I'm all for like a fried egg on a hamburger. But a fried egg on pizza? Is that a thing? Are you guys familiar with that? I just started Sapity. What's up, man? Or late as in time frame of me starting this thing. Fried egg on pizza. Yeah, eggs Florentine, breakfast pizza with a fried egg on top, margarita pizza with a fried egg. All right, it's a thing. Of course it's a thing. I bet I would like it. I like a fried runny egg on things for sure. Actually sounds pretty good. What's up, Path? Go Lions. Oh, are they playing right now? Has it started? It started 8? 8:15. It's about to start. There you go. Raptark says, we commonly eat shredded boil eggs with pizza. Shredded boil eggs, but I didn't want to wait for boiling it, so we fried it. Interesting. Okay. I've never heard of a fried egg on pizza, but it actually sounds pretty good. I like steak and eggs in the morning. Hell yeah. You know, sometimes the last time we did steak at the firehouse, I ate half of it because it was such an enormous New York strip, and I had the rest of it the next morning with the fried runny egg on top, and it was delicious. I also love a runny egg on a cheeseburger, but I've never had it on a pizza. Yeah. My daughter loves eggs, man. Her favorite food is breakfast food. What I'll do for her, like when I'm home and she's home, and my wife goes to work, I'll make her bacon, I'll make her pancakes, and then I'll fry a couple eggs for her in the bacon grease that I cooked the bacon, the leftover bacon grease from the bacon. Dude, she loves it. She will scarf that down. I actually took her to the Waffle House this morning. Occasionally, I'll just be like, hey, you want to go for breakfast? Because we'll both have a day out. My wife has to work. She works on Sundays. So I'll be like, hey, you want to go to breakfast? When we both have the day off. And I was like, where do you want to go? She said, the Waffle House. I was like, all right, let's do it. But Alex Dunn, good to see you, man. I hope everything is going well for you. Alex says, don't know how long you're streaming for, but I'm about to head to the DFAC for dinner. Have a good day if I miss the rest of the stream. You as well, man. The DFAC. What does that even stand for? Dining Facilities Administration Center. There you go. I don't even know what we called it in the Navy DFAC. I barely ever ate at Chow Hall. That's how I knew it, or the mess hall, the Chow Hall, the mess hall. There's very few times I remember. Oh, unless I was on deployment. The only time I really ate in the Chow Hall, in the mess hall, was on deployment in boot camp or A school. When I was in the fleet, just, stateside, I never ate at the mess hall. I would just bring my lunch or eat out. But but from what I remember, it was never bad. I mean, it was kind of cafeteria, not upscale, but like elevated cafeteria food. Elevated elementary school food, basically. It was never bad. I remember eating in boot camp and being kind of surprised. And maybe it was just the lack of maybe it was just the fact that I was super hungry and everything would have tasted good. I would have eaten a leather boot. But I remember being pleasantly surprised by everything. Even on the boat when I was on deployment, the meals weren't bad. The meals, we would be on deployment and we'd be out to sea for 3 or 4 weeks. And at the beginning of that 3 to 4 weeks, it was great. We had a lot of supplies. The culinary specialists, the CSs, would make great meals. And that near the end of the 3 or 4 weeks, we were basically eating rice and boiled chicken, because we were kind of rationing a little bit. And then we would pull into port, like in Panama or Colombia or whatever, and resupply and kind of start that cycle over again. So I always remember the food being pretty decent. I always loved breakfast. Can't go wrong with hash browns and scrambled eggs and, sausage and bacon and stuff. But anyway, I appreciate that, Alex. Hope you're doing well, man. Enjoy your meal there, my friend. And I appreciate that channel support this evening. You know what I really love? A Scotch egg. I haven't had one in years, but I discovered them when me and my wife went to London in, when was that? 2015? 2016? Discovered them then. And we bought a fryer just to make those when we got back home from our trip. And we were making them nonstop. And we haven't made them in we probably haven't made them in 7 years. It's been a while now. For breakfast, I usually have a mug of chocolate milk and some cookies. For real? Dude. I don't have the metabolism for that, my friend. For breakfast, I usually just have a protein shake. There's I don't know if you guys are familiar. There's a company named Ghost, and they make, in my opinion, the best whey protein tasting. The best tasting whey protein powder. And I always go with Nutter Butter. They have a Nutter Butter flavored protein powder. 2 scoops of that in some water, and I'm good for breakfast. Now, when I'm with my kid and my wife, I like making breakfast for everybody, so I'll make some breakfast sandwiches or just eggs, bacon, and some pancakes and stuff like that, but... Yeah, for sure, Brock. And yeah, Christian, they're really good. They're relatively easy to make. You don't want to completely hard boil an egg. Soft boil. Kind of make sure that it's runny in the center a little bit. You want to get good quality eggs that have a good orange yolk, not a... yeah. And, wrap it in some sausage and breading and stuff, and it's pretty damn good. Oh, here we're this is gonna be a food stream, I suppose. Yeah, 80s kid from the 90s says, I'm excited for the Skeleton Crew. I love Amblin/Hughes style movies. And I hope that's going to be kind of the tone of it. That I think, for a long time I've been saying that I'm most excited for The Acolyte, and I don't know if that's still true. I think I'm more excited for the Skeleton Crew where my mind is right now. I could go for me and my wife recently watched Stand By Me, and me and my crew at the firehouse recently watched Goonies because one of the guys had never seen it. So with those two movies in mind, I think I'm more excited for the Skeleton Crew right now than Acolyte. Well, now I need to go make breakfast. There you go. I make breakfast all the time for my family. It's like my favorite meal, man. Fry up some bacon. When the bacon's done, you throw the eggs in the same pan that you cook the bacon in and fry up the eggs in the bacon grease. I like making breakfast sandwiches, so we'll get some like English muffins and stuff like that and toast them. I like avocado on mine and maybe some pepper jack cheese. And yeah, and then I feel bad about myself for eating that so early in the morning, and I go on a kick-ass run and destroy my body, and then I feel better about my day, and yeah. Would you drink the blue milk from those from those giant cow things in The Last Jedi if it was real, a stormtrooper? Yeah, I mean, like, why is that any weirder than drinking milk from a cow? You know what I mean? In the Star Wars universe, I don't know what those things are called, but I mean, people in the real world, people drink goat milk, people drink cow's milk, people drink, any milk under the sun, and yeah, if I was in that universe, I probably wouldn't even question it. It would just be another thing, Yeah, the Bear's great, Sam. What's up, man? We are like halfway done with season 2. Still watching it. My wife last night, since we're on the topic of food, last night she grilled up some burgers. She prefers her burgers grilled. I like them too, but I kind of prefer them like smashed in a cast iron skillet on the stove. So she was like, "I'll grill them up," and I was like, "Fine by me." And she grilled them up, and they were great. She made a garlic aioli. She cooked the garlic and put it in, I don't know how she did it. Put it in mayonnaise and made it. It was really good, really good. So we had pepper jack and then garlic aioli on some grilled burgers and potato rolls that were had some butter on them and flash sear them on the stovetop. It's delicious. No, 80s kid, I have not watched. I've only seen the first episode of Strange New Worlds. I wouldn't mind going through and watching that in its entirety. Oh, nice, Raptark. Raptark says, I just finished my 2 years long culinary career. I've graduated as a chef. Nice, man. Well, congratulations. That's huge. That's huge. It's funny to me, like the whole yes chef in the Bear. Is that common? Is that normal? Do they always say yes, chef, as if it's like boot camp?
Today's my B-day.
Oh.
Been watching you since I was a freshman in high school with my friends. Now I'm 5 years in high school. Been feeling old, so
Gambit.
I'd share the feeling tongue.
Oh, dude, thank you so much for... I should be giving you $15 and a birthday card, my friend. Gambit, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. If everybody could do me a big favor in the chat and say, happy birthday, Gambit, I would greatly appreciate that, man. Happy birthday, man. Gambit says, today's my B-day. Been watching you since I was a freshman in high school with my friends. Now I'm 5 years out of high school. Been feeling old, so figured I'd share the feeling. You're making me feel old. I feel old all the time, man. Not like physically. I feel great physically, mentally. I feel like I'm better than I've ever been. But I feel old in the sense of time. I feel old in the sense of time by Gambit saying he's been watching me for basically 10 years. And he was a child, and now he is no longer a child. He's been watching me probably almost half his life. A little less than half his life. That is wild to me, man. That is crazy. It is crazy to think about, you know. I started this channel in 2011. 13 years ago, basically. And I was 25 when I started this thing. I'm about to be 38. And it's just crazy to me to think that all the things that have changed in the 13 years of this channel's existence. Not talking about movies and Star Wars, but personally, for me, you know. So when I was 25, I had just gotten out of the military. I started working at a bookstore. I started, really weird odds and end jobs that just really just a wide variety of jobs. I worked at a bookstore. I worked for a builder. I worked for a brewery. I worked for real estate companies. I worked for just a bunch of things. I built websites. And then I ended up in 2020, I ended up going to fire school and doing a big career shift, becoming a firefighter, EMT. And I had my daughter. I got married. Well, reverse that. We got married. We had our daughter. So like so many things happened in the past 13 years, and like one of the biggest consistent things has been this channel. And obviously the channel has ebbed and flowed. I don't upload nearly as much as I used to. I'm not nearly as active as I used to be. But this thing has always been there. It's always just been a fun little outlet for me to, shoot the shit on and make silly videos about and talk about something that I've loved my entire life. So it does, in a few years, it'll be the 15-year anniversary of this silly little thing. And then before you know it, it'll be the 20th anniversary of this dumb little YouTube channel. And but I've always loved doing it. It's never, I think personally, I feel like I do it the right way for me. I've never wanted this, or I've never attempted for this to be like the main thing that I do. What is this song? I'm going to skip it. Oh, it's almost over. Okay. I need to remove that from the playlist. But, it's just always been a fun little thing that I do. And it's always been just a creative outlet. I've never really made a lot of money from it. Full disclosure, like around the time of The Last Jedi, maybe I would make a couple grand a month. But that was short-lived. That's from like October, November, December, and January. Other than that, I've never made a lot from it. I've never attempted to make it my main thing. I've always had other jobs and careers. And for me, that's a healthy way to do YouTube. That's for me, I would never want to have this be my main thing and make it feel like a job, I mean, most months, again, full disclosure, most months it's, you know, it's a couple $100 here and there. So the idea that I'm doing this for the money is silly. I think you can look and see how infrequently I upload and stream to see that that's not true. But I don't know. Healthy relationship with YouTube. If I did it any other way, if I felt obligated to upload, if I felt like I needed to sustain a lifestyle, it would lose its luster. It would lose its fun. I would rather have this thing be exactly what it is, you know. But anyway, cheers. I appreciate it. Vince, thank you so much for the channel support. Vince says, movie that you always wanted to watch, but for whatever reason put off watching it for years, and then you finally watched it and were disappointed. Oh, man. There's probably a lot of movies. Let me try to think. There's been movies like that. That's a really good question, Vince. Golly. You know, maybe like things like, I was gonna say maybe like Taxi Driver, or even like The Godfather. You know, I watched Taxi Driver and Godfather pretty late in life, and I think I held them up on such a big pedestal because of just...
Hey Greedo.
Oh, one sec.
Been a while since I've been able to hop on a stream. Currently playing Lego SW Saga Super Fun. Been reading a great SW book, Shadow of the Sun. Hope all is well. Keep taking the kid to Waffle House. Smile. Hell
yeah, Waffle House. I appreciate that, David. Give me one sec, man. I'm really trying to rack my brain, Vince. I guess, I mean, like, even, like, Dial of Destiny, Vince, like, I went into it kind of excited, but also, you know, with low expectations, and as me and my wife, like, we kind of have to pick the days that we're watching things, because we're so busy, and, you know, we wake up so early, and we don't get to watch stuff very frequently, so... You know, we were like, this day, a week from now, we're going to watch Dial of Destiny. And as that date got closer, I was so excited to watch it. And then I watched it and I was like, I'll never watch it again, whatever. I'll probably never even think about this movie again. You know. But I'm trying to think of older examples. Oh, Evil Dead, I think. Evil Dead is a good example from a few years ago that I watched for the first time. I was so excited to watch it. You know, it's such people always say it's like the class. It's a classic movie. It's a horror staple. It's, you know, it's something. Oh, one sec.
But I have been reading an amazing audiobook, fantasy space opera in the Sun Eater series. On book 5 now, and it's what I always wish SW or Dune would be. Rocket Sunrise.
Benjamin B, thank you so much for for the super chat channel support. Sorry guys, as well. Give me one sec, man. Yeah, Vince, I guess a good recent example of your question would be Evil Dead. I would say 2 years ago we watched Evil Dead for the first time. I had never seen it. My wife had never seen it. And I was like, you know, we got to watch this. It's like people's favorite Halloween movie. It's their favorite horror movie. And we watched it and I was like, I mean, I guess I can appreciate it, but I was very underwhelmed and disappointed. So I guess that's probably the best example of the past few years. You know, something you've been hearing about all your life. You don't really watch very many horror movies. You finally get around to watching one. You're super excited to check it out because you're finally watching this thing that you've heard so much about. And you watch it and you're like, nah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Vince. Cheers, man. The tree of life, but I totally get it. Understandable Christian. Enter the void. David Smith, thank you so much for the generous super chat and channel support this evening. I greatly appreciate that, David. David says, "Hey Greedo, been a while since I've been able to hop on a stream. Currently playing Lego Star Wars Saga, super fun. Been reading a great Star Wars book, Shadow of the Sith. Highly recommend it. Hope all is well. Keep taking the kid to the Waffle House." Dude, I will. She loves it for whatever reason. I mean, obviously it's for the sugar, but she loves it. She got a chocolate chip waffle and some bacon. I got a sausage, egg, and cheese hash brown bowl and a black coffee. And we sat there and ate our meal. And then went to Target, got some stuff for my wife for Valentine's Day, and got her a Wish shirt from the new Disney movie Wish that she loves. And some groceries. It was a good day. But yeah, she, for whatever reason, man, I don't know why, she loves the Waffle House. Like, she would rather go to the Waffle House than Dunkin' Donuts or anywhere. She just, I don't know why. I don't know why she likes it. We just sit there. We see people filing in. We saw the greeter, the lady who like comes, takes your name and scrubs the tables clean, kind of get into a verbal argument with one of the waitresses. You know, it's just a show. It's breakfast and a show. It's breakfast and a show. But what is Shadow of the Sith? Is that the one with oh no, this is not what I was thinking of. Okay, this recently came out, right? Last year or 2 years ago, 2022. All right. I'm not reading a Star Wars book right now. I'm not reading much of anything right now, Dave. I was really on a big time reading kick the past couple years, and I would say in the past 6 months I've just kind of stopped. I haven't even turned my Kindle on. But maybe I'll check this out. But yeah, I was playing the Lego Skywalker. Oh, dude, I forgot. I need to reinstall that. I got a new PC, Dave, in October. I bought a new PC. It's great. 4070 Ti, and I kind of went all out with it. And forgot I need to install that. But I've only played like an hour of the Skywalker Saga Lego game. I need to start streaming games more. Is that something you guys would want? Like, I feel like these streams are so much fun, for me at least. It's fun for me because I just kind of hop on here and I shoot the shit with you guys and flap my gums for an hour and we talk about everything under the sun. But would it be as entertaining or more entertaining or less entertaining to like have me play a video game and pay like half the amount of attention to the chat? For me, in all honesty, it wouldn't be as fun. But you know, if that's something that you guys would be interested in, I'd be all for it. But anyway, all is well, David. Been super busy. The kid's back in school now, so having a little bit more time to myself, which is going to translate to videos and stuff like that. So anyway, I appreciate that, Dave. Good to see you, man. And yeah, we'll keep going to the Waffle House. Hell yeah. Anyway, cheers, man. Benjamin B, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Ben says, the older I get, the less I feel for Star Wars, but I have been reading an amazing audiobook sci-fi fantasy space opera in the Sun Eater series. On book 5 now, and it's what I always wish Star Wars or Dune would be. Sun Eater book series. Recounts the history of his controversial life in a galaxy-spanning tale that combines the best of space opera and epic fantasy. Interesting. There's 6 books in the series. The galaxy remembers him as a hero, the man who burned every last alien. Silson? From the sky. They remember him as a monster, the devil who destroyed a sun, casually annihilating 4 billion human lives, even the Emperor himself, against Imperial orders. Interesting, I've never heard of this. I'm going to keep this up, and I might add it to my Kindle reading list when I finally... Shit, I don't even know where my Kindle is. Oh, where is that thing? It might be in my work bag. But, you know, I feel you too, Ben. Like, let me take a quick sip. It's, the older you get, the more, I don't know how to put this. You know, the things that you loved as a kid will always remain. You know, the original trilogy for me is just always going to be, it's going to make my heart skip a beat. I'm always going to love it. Back to the Future. If it's on, I'll watch it. It's always going to, you know, spark a nostalgic flutter in my brain. But the older you get, a lot of things a lot of newer things, it's for me at least, it's harder to pay attention to everything that comes out. You know, you have obligations, careers, family. It's not that I've lost a love for it. It's just I don't have the time that I once did to pay attention to everything. And I think the older you get, for me at least, I know maybe I'm the exception, and maybe me and you see eye to eye, Ben, on this, but it's just harder to get invested and pay attention to everything and get excited. And in that, you kind of lose a little bit of luster in the shine that once was. It's not because I dislike a lot of stuff, although I do. And in that I'm probably in the minority because I think people loved Ahsoka. People, you know, a lot of people liked Kenobi and stuff. They weren't really for me. So, but even then, that me not liking those shows all that much doesn't make me dislike the overall package. You know, it's an all right. I didn't really care for that. What's next? You know what I mean? So, my excitement isn't as high as it once was. And that is not a reflection of the material. It's just a reflection of me almost being a 38-year-old dude with a family and a career and not having the time that I once did to pay attention to every little nugget of Star Wars, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna keep an eye on this Sun Eater series because I've been trying to figure out what to read next. I'm not really in the mood for another Star Wars book. I recently finished the Thrawn Alliances, the second book in the Thrawn series, and that recently, maybe like 6 months ago, and I usually don't like to read back-to-back Star Wars books, so maybe I'll pick this up. This looks like something that's like 1,500 pages long, though. Is that right? 763 pages in the first Sun Eater book series. That's a lot of pages for me, man. But anyway. I appreciate that, Ben. Cheers, man. Oscar, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Oscar says, if you liked Dial of Destiny, would it have been your Indie 4? Yeah, you know, I didn't dislike it, and I didn't love it. It's just kind of there, you know, Dial of Destiny. I don't have a desire to watch it again. Like, if it was on TV, honestly, I wouldn't have... So, if Temple of Doom was on TV, I'd have a desire to, like, keep it on and have it as background noise, even. Dial of Destiny comes on, now I'm going to switch over to YouTube and find something just to put on, you know. If I liked it a lot, would it be my Indie 4? I guess. But there's a lot from Crystal Skull that I like too. I like the first half of Crystal Skull quite a bit. Maybe even more so than Dial of Destiny. Yeah, if I liked it, if I loved it, I mean, I would put it in line with the original 3, but I just didn't. I don't know why. Everybody was great in it. It was fun, but it just didn't have the staying power that the originals did for me. And a lot of that, a lot of that is attributed to what? Nostalgia. Dude, I was like 7, 8 years old when I was watching Indy swing a whip and kicking some Nazi ass. I'm never gonna feel that again. You can try to make me feel it again. You can try your best, and I applaud the effort. And I hope it evoked those feelings in the 7 and 8 year olds these days. But for me, and again, it's the same thing being an older guy and watching newer Star Wars stuff. It's probably just the same thing. You have the things that you love and the things that come along to try to give you that feeling again. It's a good effort, but that feeling will never be fully what it was when you were a kid watching these things, And I'm speaking broadly and about myself. I'm sure there's plenty of people who would disagree with me, which is great. If you can feel that feeling you once did when you were 10 years old, throwing pine cones like thermal detonators in the backyard fort, awesome. If you can feel that now as a 40-year-old guy, great. But it's hard for me too, just the nature of getting older, I suppose. Andor, my favorite thing since Empire. My new favorite character is Stellan Skarsgård guy. Don't even know his name, and that's fine. That's the dude right there. Yep, I'm with you, Vince. 1000%. Cryptid. One day when you quit YouTube, do we get a face reveal? Honestly, I don't know if I'll ever. There's no reason for me to quit this. Like, it's always been fun. Like I said earlier, I don't rely on YouTube as like a living, and if I did, I think it wouldn't be fun anymore. It would lose its luster. I would want to move on, But I don't. I've never felt that way. So I mean, I'll probably be doing this thing into my 60s and 70s. I'm almost 40. There's no reason for me to stop, it's fun. It's fun. If you're making YouTube videos and you're not having fun, what's the point? Unless you rely on it for a living. And then to me, that's great if you can do that. But to me, I don't know. I'd rather have it just be a fun little thing that I do from time to time, Face reveal? I wouldn't mind it. I've thought about it over the years. It'd be so much more. I don't know. Wouldn't be bad. To give you a hint, my family's always thought I looked like Leonardo DiCaprio. That's a hint. My wife agrees. Cool. What made you get into YouTube? What's up, Shane? So what made me get into YouTube? So it was 2011, and what made me get into YouTube? So first off, I was watching like Angry Video Game Nerd, and I was watching like Red Letter Media. And that was kind of like early on in YouTube. And when the Star Wars Blu-rays came out in 2011, I was watching them and I was like, you know what I've always wanted to do? I was watching it with a buddy of mine. And I was like, what I kind of want to do is make a YouTube channel and talk about the changes in the Star Wars Blu-rays. And he just said, do it. And that's, that's what I did. So it was kind of what made me get into YouTube was watching all these other YouTubers, like specifically Angry Video Game Nerd, realizing like, oh, I could do this too. The Blu-rays came out. I had something to say about those, and then boom, you know, I made my first video. And it was fun. It was goofy. 2011. It was a year before Disney acquired the franchise, so I was just making videos, you know, before there was ever going to be an announcement of new Star Wars. And then it was announced that they were going to be making new Star Wars, and I was like, oh shit, here I am with this Star Wars YouTube channel. And all of a sudden, this entire world opens up to me. I just got lucky, you know? Yeah. I just got lucky for sure. My turn to pick a movie at the fire station tomorrow, and I need some help. We generally like to pick things that nobody's ever seen, unless there's a movie that like we all love and we find out that one person hasn't seen it, and then we're like, oh shit, we're watching that. That recently happened with Goonies. One of the guys had never seen it. I'm trying to think what we should watch. I might pick 127 Hours because I don't think any of those guys have seen it, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. So that might be my choice tomorrow. There is no better uplifting scene, in my opinion, in a movie than when Aaron Ralston, aka James Franco, frees himself from that boulder. And then that song plays. What is that song? Festival by Sigur Rós. And he is running towards the helicopter. And there is no better uplifting, hopeful scene than that. Where is 127 Hours streaming? Is it streaming anywhere? Norbit. We got a guy that always picks movies like that. I still gotta watch Goonies, Christian. You know, I'm curious, like, you know, I grew up watching the Goonies and stuff like that. And that guy, he's actually, he's 36, I'm 37. We're both about to turn 38, 37. He's a year younger than me, and I was curious what he would think, having never seen it, you know. What would you think about that movie as, you know, almost a 40-year-old? He liked it, but he said he would have liked it a lot more if he watched it back then. So that probably goes for a lot of movies that we grew up with, right? If your modern day self watched it for the first time, would you have that love for it? You know, probably not. Probably not. What is this song? Alright, there we go. Sorry. Had to shoot a text off real quick. God, I haven't seen the first Blade movie since it came out. When was that? Like was it 2000? Was it 2000? Blade. '98. Wow, I was thinking it was after The Matrix. I didn't realize that it was before The Matrix. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. There you go. I watched Monsters, Inc. when I was a child, and went Back to the Future when I was in high school. Both are on my top 10 favorite movies. There you go. Nice. Me and my daughter have been watching a lot of movies recently. We actually watched Frozen today. The other day we watched Monsters, Inc. and Elemental. So we've been kind of on a movie kick. It's nice. It's nice. Just lay on the couch, turn the little electric fireplace on, cuddle under a blanket, pop some popcorn, and watch some movies. This is the first time in her entire life she's ever wanted to do that. She is still, I mean, she's just the most active, non-stop, jump-off-the-wall kid. All she wants to do is go in her bounce house, throw balls around, roller skate, bounce off the walls. But the past couple weeks, she's like, I want to have a movie day. And I'm like, hell yes. Yeah. Yeah, super chats do take Oscar. So when I see it in the chat, I want to say it's like a couple minutes before it actually pops up on the screen. I don't like manually do that. It automatically does it itself. I don't know if I can do it manually, actually. It'd be cool if I could. Yeah, it usually takes a couple minutes for it to pop up from the time it goes into the chat to the time it pops up on the screen. But, yeah. Oscar, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. Oscar says, I think you'd like old Ramses, B, and Vila songs. Let's see, Ramses, B, Vila. Ramses, B, Faint, and Vila, Space Boy. What is this? Is this... Oh, okay. Let's see, let me pause this. Is this like... Oh, okay. I think I can get into that just by listening to that and seeing this background video. Alright, I'm gonna keep this up, Oscar. This might go into my, like, my relaxing music playlist. I'm gonna keep this up. Nice. Let's see. Ramses B. He's got a cool Instagram. I like his workstation. Ramses B. I build worlds with music. UK electronic music producer. Spotify. YouTube. Nice. All right. I appreciate this recommendation. Right up my alley. 2010s alternative electronica. Nice. Okay. Let's see. 300,000 monthly listeners. All right. I'm going to keep this up, man. I appreciate the recommendation. I'll recommend Hammock to you. I'm going to recommend the band Hammock to you. You probably already are familiar with them, but Hammock. Let's see. Hammock band. Very relaxing. Very relaxing. Spotify. How many monthly listeners do they have? 300,000 as well. Right? There you go. So, yeah. Nice. Nice. I appreciate that, Oscar. System lights featuring Vila across the mountain. Okay. I appreciate that, Oscar. Cheers, man. I remember when I did DoorDash back when I was living in LA. Tough times. Like, you were driving for DoorDash? How is that? Not that I'm ever going to do that. No desire. But I'm just curious. How is it driving for them? Or any of those food delivery things? I'm just curious. No, Hammock isn't art. They're not acoustic. It's kind of just melodic ambient music. I've been listening to them. The first time I ever listened to them was actually I can remember, it was 2011. I was about to go on deployment. I filled my Microsoft Zune, an MP3 player, with music, and I put a ton of Hammock on my Zune, and I would listen to it when I was going to bed on the boat. Just very ambient, nice music. My favorite album of theirs is called Chasing. What is it called? Hammock Band. It's a shame I can't remember. Can't remember the name of the album. I can picture the cover. It has like a jacket on it. Raising Your Voice. Yeah, Raising Your Voice, Trying to Stop an Echo. It's a wonderful album. Just very ambient, relaxing music. I like making my own schedule, and it's good if you're trying to make a couple bucks for a few hours, but as a full-time job, I started losing my mind a little. I'm sure. As somebody who has used, like, DoorDash and Uber Eats and stuff like that, like, it is convenient, but, dude, I feel like if I order a sub for me and my wife and then a kid's meal for my daughter from, like, Firehouse Subs, it ends up being, like, $60 after all the fees and shit. It's just so expensive. Obviously, you're paying for the convenience, you know, but it's just so expensive. And, you know, there have been plenty of times where we get home from a road trip or something. We've been out all day. We've been at the beach, and we're like, I don't feel like going anywhere, and we got no food. I'm just going to Uber Eat something. $70 later for hibachi. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, we just hit an hour, guys. Thanks for hanging out. This is one of the more all over the place conversations we've had, for sure. Good time. But let's see what's new. So I gotta work tomorrow. I will be here on Tuesday. I don't know if probably won't make any videos or anything on Tuesday. I might do a stream either Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll see. I have a feeling I'm not gonna sleep tomorrow night at work. So I might be a zombie on Tuesday. I might just need a nap. So I'll either stream Tuesday night or Wednesday. So, but anyway, Oscar, thank you so much for coming in with the final super chat and showing support of the stream. Oscar says, "Oh yeah, and Lunatic by Guron Hoy. Is that how you say that? Juron or Guron? I'm gonna say it's probably Juron. Juron. I'm gonna say Juron Hoy. Lunatic. All right, here we go. So I got Ramses B up, and I have this song up. Nice. I'll keep this up. If you're into acoustic stuff, check out Owen. Mike Kinsella, his solo project called Owen. It's always been one of my favorite things. And obviously American football. He comes from American football. But anyway, I have this pulled up, Oscar. And I have Ramses B. And I will give them listens for sure. But cheers, man. I greatly appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Alright, guys. That's it for me. Let's see. Yeah, I'll do a stream either Tuesday or Wednesday. You know me, I don't plan anything. So, all right, have a fantastic rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. To everybody who super chatted, I appreciate it, guys. And to everybody who just hung out in the chat, keeping everybody company, thank you so much. All right, have a good one, guys. There we go. All right, see ya.